Welcome to my channel name rarest coin if you're interested in rare coins, valuable Washington quarters, mint eras, coin collecting, and hidden treasures that could be worth far more than face value. You're in the right place. In today's video, we're taking a closer look at one of America's most collected coins, the Washington quarter. We'll explore its history, key dates, rare varieties, mint marks, era coins, and current market values that every collector should know about. Some Washington quarters have sold for hundreds, thousands, and even tens of thousands of dollars. So before you spend your spare change, make sure you watch until the end because you might already own a valuable coin without even knowing it. Let's get started. Top 10 first up. 1970 Washington quarter with no mint mark is one of those coins that many people overlook every day, yet it continues to attract the attention of collectors across the United States. At first glance, it appears to be nothing more than an ordinary pocket change coin worth 25 cents. However, once collectors begin examining these coins closely, they discover that certain high-grade examples, rare eras, and exceptional mint-state pieces can be worth far more than face value. The excitement surrounding the 1970 no mint mark quarter comes from the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could actually be a collectible treasure hiding in an old coin jar, bankroll, estate collection, or forgotten drawer. To understand the significance of the 1970 quarter, it is important to look back at American history during that period. The year 1970 was a time of major social, political, and technological change in the United States. America was deeply involved in the Vietnam War, the Apollo space program was capturing worldwide attention, and the nation was entering a new decade. During this era, the Washington quarter was already a well-established part of everyday commerce. The design had first appeared in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. What was originally intended as a commemorative issue became so popular that it remained the standard quarter design for decades. By 1970, the coin had become one of the most recognizable pieces of American currency. The 1970 no mint mark quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During this period, Philadelphia quarters did not carry a P mint mark. Many new collectors mistakenly believe that the missing mint mark is an error, but that is not true. For quarters made before 1980, the absence of a mint mark usually indicates Philadelphia production. This simple detail creates a great deal of confusion online because many sellers advertise ordinary no mint mark quarters as rare eras when they are actually standard Philadelphia issues. The real value comes from condition, rarity in top grades, and genuine mint eras rather than the absence of a mint mark itself. Coin value checker, Com1. The design of the 1970 Washington quarter remained largely unchanged from previous years. The obverse, or front side, features a left-facing portrait of George Washington designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington's head appears the word Liberty, while the motto In God We Trust is displayed to the left. The date, 1970, appears below the portrait. The reverse displays a powerful heraldic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing military readiness and national strength. Beneath the arrows are two olive branches representing peace. Above the eagle appears the inscription United States of America, while EPLUBUSUNUM is positioned above the bird's head. The denomination, quarter dollar, appears at the bottom. The coin measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, weighs 5.67 grams, and consists of a copper core covered by outer layers of copper-nickel-clad metal. By 1970, the United States had already removed silver from circulating quarters, meaning these coins contain no precious metal value. PCGS2. One of the most important topics for collectors is mint mark identification. Since this coin has no mint mark, it was struck in Philadelphia. During the late 1960s and 1970s, Philadelphia quarters were routinely produced without a mint mark. Collectors often compare them with Denver mint examples that carry a small D on the obverse. Although the Philadelphia and Denver versions share the same design, differences in mintage totals and preservation rates can affect market value. Understanding mint marks is critical because many beginners mistakenly assume that every missing mint mark indicates a rare era. In reality, the lack of a mint mark on a 1970 quarter is normal and expected. Coin Value Checker, Com1. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 136,420,000 quarters in 1970. This is a very large production number, meaning the coin is generally considered common in circulated grades. Millions entered everyday commerce, where they were used in vending machines, stores, parking meters, and banks throughout the country. Because of this high mintage, most worn examples remain worth only face value. However, rarity changes dramatically when collectors begin looking at superb mint state examples. High-grade coins with exceptional strike quality, strong luster, and minimal contact marks become much harder to locate. Population reports from major grading companies show a significant drop in availability at the highest certified grades, which explains why top-quality examples can command substantial premiums. PCGS2. When discussing value, condition is everything. A heavily worn 1970 no-mint mark quarter in poor condition is typically worth only its face value of 25 cents. Common circulated examples usually trade between 25 cents and $1, depending on appearance. Fine condition coins may sell for around $1 to $3. Extremely fine examples often bring $3 to $10 when attractive and problem-free. Uncirculated pieces generally range from a few dollars up to several dozen dollars, depending on grade. Coins certified around MS65 can command noticeable premiums, while examples reaching MS66 or MS67 become increasingly desirable among registry-set collectors. According to major auction records, a certified 1970 Philadelphia quarter graded MS67 Plus sold for approximately $2,160 at auction, demonstrating how dramatically value can increase when a common coin survives in exceptional condition. PCGS2. Era coins are often where the real excitement begins. Although the standard 1970 quarter is common, certain mint eras can be highly collectible. Collectors search for doubled dies, where portions of the design appear doubled because of die production anomalies. Off-center strikes occur when the coin blank is improperly positioned during striking, leaving part of the design missing. Clipped planchets result when the metal blank is incorrectly cut, creating a curved missing section along the edge. Broad strikes happen when a coin is struck outside its retaining collar, causing it to appear wider than normal. Die cracks can produce raised lines on the coin's surface. Rotated dies create misalignment between the front and back designs. Wrong planchet errors occur when a quarter is accidentally struck on metal intended for another denomination. Genuine examples of these errors can bring significant premiums, especially when certified by professional grading services. Values depend heavily on the severity and visibility of the error. One reason collectors remain fascinated with the 1970 quarter is the possibility of finding one in unexpected places. Unlike many older collectible coins that disappeared decades ago, 1970 quarters still occasionally show up in circulation. Coin roll hunters regularly search bankrupt rolls looking for high-grade examples and unusual errors. Estate sales, inherited collections, garage sales, and old jars full of change sometimes reveal surprisingly well-preserved coins. Because millions were produced and many people saved coins from the era, discoveries continue to occur. Most finds will be common examples, but every collector knows that one exceptional coin could be hiding among ordinary change. Before selling a 1970 quarter, collectors should examine the coin carefully under good lighting and magnification. The first step is determining whether the coin is circulated or uncirculated. Original mint luster, sharp details, and minimal contact marks can significantly increase value. Collectors should never clean their coins because cleaning often reduces value dramatically. Even gentle polishing can leave hairline scratches that professional graders immediately recognize. If a coin appears unusually well preserved or displays a possible mint error, it may be worth submitting to a professional grading service such as PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Proper storage in coin holders, capsules, or archival quality flips can help protect the coin from damage and environmental contamination. From an investment perspective, the 1970 no mint mark quarter is not generally considered a rare key date. However, collector demand for top population examples remains strong. Registry set competition has increased interest in coins certified at the highest grades, creating substantial premiums for exceptional survivors. While average circulated examples are unlikely to experience major price growth, certified high-grade coins and dramatic mint eras may continue attracting strong collector demand in the future. As more pristine examples become locked away in collections, competition for the finest known pieces could remain healthy. There are several fascinating facts about the 1970 quarter that many people do not know. First, despite widespread online claims, a missing mint mark is completely normal for Philadelphia quarters of this era. Second, the coin contains no silver, even though many people assume older quarters automatically contain precious metal. Third, the Washington quarter design had already been in use for nearly 4 decades by 1970. Fourth, some of the most valuable examples are not rare because of low mintage, but because they survived with virtually flawless surfaces. Finally, collectors often spend years searching through thousands of ordinary quarters, hopping to discover a single coin worthy of a top professional grade. As we wrap up today's coin spotlight, remember that the 1970 no-mint mark Washington quarter may look ordinary, but appearances can be deceiving. While most examples are worth only face value, exceptional mint-state coins, rare eras, and professionally graded high-end pieces can bring impressive premiums. That is what makes coin collecting so exciting. The next valuable coin could be sitting in your pocket, hiding in a coin jar, or waiting inside an old family collection. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, valuable era coins, and hidden treasure stories. And before you spend your spare change today, take a closer look at your quarters, because you never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Next up, the 1966 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark is one of the most searched modern U.S. coins among collectors, treasure hunters, and people checking old change jars. At first glance, this coin may look ordinary because millions were made and many still survive today. However, the 1966 quarter occupies a special place in American coin history because it was produced during a unique period when the United States Mint intentionally removed mint marks from coins. This unusual decision has led many collectors to wonder whether a 1966 quarter without a mint mark is rare or valuable. While most examples are worth only modest amounts, certain high-grade pieces and rare mint eras can command impressive premiums. Because of this possibility, collectors continue searching through rolls of quarters, inherited collections, and old coin boxes, hoping to discover an exceptional example. Full history. The story of the 1966 Washington quarter begins during one of the most challenging periods in modern American coinage. In the early 1960s, the United States experienced a severe coin shortage. Collectors and speculators were removing coins from circulation, especially silver coins, because the value of the silver content was rising rapidly. The U.S. government became concerned that people were hoarding coins instead of spending them. To address the problem, Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965, one of the most important laws in American numismatic history. This legislation eliminated silver from circulating quarters and dimes and reduced the silver content of half dollars. Beginning in 1965, Washington quarters were struck using a copper-nickel clad composition instead of the traditional 90% silver alloy that had been used since 1932. Another major change involved mint marks. Government officials believed collectors were hoarding coins from certain mints, so mint marks were temporarily removed from all circulating coins struck from 1965 through 1967. As a result, every genuine 1966 Washington quarter lacks a mint mark regardless of where it was produced. The 1966 quarter represents the second year of the new clad coinage era. It marks an important transition between the silver age of American coins and the modern era. For collectors, this coin serves as a historical reminder of the dramatic changes that transformed U.S. coinage during the 1960s. Design details. The obverse or front side of the 1966 Washington Quarter features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Above Washington's head appears the word Liberty, while the motto "In God We Trust" is located to the left. The date, 1966, appears below the portrait. The obverse design was created by renowned sculptor and artist John Flanagan and has become one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history. The reverse or backside displays a majestic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows. Beneath the arrows are two olive branches symbolizing peace. Above the eagle appears United States of America, while the denomination $quarter is shown below. The national motto, EPLUBUSUNUM, appears above the eagle. The coin is composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. The total weight is approximately 5.67 grams, and the diameter measures 24.3 millimeters. The edge displays the characteristic copper-colored stripe visible on modern clad quarters. This composition replaced the earlier 90% silver alloy and remains the standard composition for U.S. quarters today. Mint mark information. One of the most misunderstood features of the 1966 quarter is its missing mint mark. Many people assume that the absence of a mint mark indicates a rare error or unusual variety. In reality, all genuine 1966 Washington quarters were intentionally struck without mint marks. During the years 1965, 1966, and 1967, the United States Mint removed mint marks from circulating coins as part of its effort to reduce coin collecting and hoarding. Quarters produced at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco all entered circulation without any mint identification. Because every normal 1966 quarter lacks a mint mark, the absence of one does not add value. However, understanding this historical context is important because many sellers mistakenly advertise ordinary examples as rare no mint mark coins when in fact that feature is completely normal. Mintage numbers. The 1966 Washington Quarter had an enormous production run. Approximately 821,101,500 quarters was struck for circulation during the year. This massive mintage was intended to help solve the national coin shortage. Because more than 821 million examples were produced, the 1966 quarter is generally considered a common date rather than a scarce or key date issue. Large numbers remain available in circulated grades, and even uncirculated examples can still be found. Although the date itself is common, truly high-grade mint state examples become increasingly difficult to locate. Coins with exceptional surfaces, strong strikes, and minimal contact marks are much scarcer than ordinary circulated pieces. Value today. The value of a 1966 Washington Quarter depends heavily on condition, eye appeal, and the presence of any significant mint errors. A heavily worn example in poor condition is generally worth about 25 cents, essentially face value. Typical circulated examples usually trade for 25 cents to $1 depending on overall appearance. Coins grading fine generally sell for around $1 to $3. Extremely fine examples often bring $3 to $6. Attractive about uncirculated pieces may reach $5 to $10. Standard uncirculated examples commonly sell for $10 to $25. Higher quality mint state specimens can command substantially more. Coins certified in MS-65 condition frequently sell in the range of $30 to $75, while superb gem examples can reach several $100s. The highest grade certified examples are the real prizes. Registry quality coins graded at the top of the population have sold for thousands of dollars in major auctions. Exceptional specimens with nearly flawless surfaces and outstanding strike quality have achieved auction prices exceeding several $1,000s because so few survive in elite condition. Collectors should remember that values fluctuate with market demand, certification standards, and overall coin market conditions. Rare errors and varieties. Although ordinary 1966 quarters are common, certain mint errors can be highly valuable and actively sought by collectors. Double die errors occur when a coin's design appears doubled due to misalignment during die creation. Genuine double die examples can attract strong collector interest. Off-center strikes happen when the coin blank is not properly centered during striking. Depending on the degree of off-centering and whether the date remains visible, values can range from tens to hundreds of dollars. Clipped planchet errors occur when a piece of metal is missing from the coin because the blank was improperly cut. These unusual shapes are popular among error collectors. Die cracks appear as raised lines on the coin's surface and result from damaged dies. Large and dramatic die cracks can carry premiums. Broad strikes occur when a coin is struck outside its retaining collar, creating an unusually large appearance without a normal rim. Rotated die errors happen when the obverse and reverse are improperly aligned. Significant rotations can be collectible and valuable. Wrong planchet errors are among the most desirable. If a 1966 quarter were mistakenly struck on a foreign or incorrect planchet, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the specific error. Because all genuine 1966 quarters lack mint marks, a missing mint mark is not considered an error for this date. Hidden treasure angle. One reason collectors love the 1966 quarter is that examples can still be found in unexpected places. Since the coin remains legal tender and millions were produced, it occasionally appears in circulation even today. Coin roll hunters frequently encounter 1966 quarters while searching bank rolls. Many valuable examples are discovered in inherited collections, estate sales, antique shops, garage sales, and forgotten coin jars. People often overlook clad coins because they assume only silver coins are valuable. As a result, high-grade 1966 quarters sometimes remain hidden among ordinary change. The greatest treasure opportunities usually involve finding pristine uncirculated pieces or unusual mint errors that have escaped notice for decades. Collector tips. Before selling a 1966 quarter, carefully examine the coin under good lighting and magnification. Look for strong details, minimal wear, unusual strike characteristics, and potential mint errors. Never clean the coin. Cleaning can permanently damage the surface and dramatically reduce collector value. Even gentle cleaning leaves microscopic scratches that experienced collectors and grading services can easily detect. If the coin appears exceptionally well preserved or displays a possible error, consider obtaining a professional opinion or certification from a respected grading service. Authentication and grading can significantly improve buyer confidence. Store valuable examples in protective holders, archival quality flips, or certified slabs. Avoid humid environments and excessive handling, as fingerprints and environmental damage can reduce value over time. Investment potential. The 1966 Washington quarter is not generally viewed as a high-growth rarity because of its enormous mintage. However, top-grade certified examples continue attracting demand from registry-set collectors who compete for the finest known specimens. Interest in modern U.S. coinage remains strong, and the historical significance of the Coinage Act of 1965 ensures that the 1966 quarter maintains an important place in numismatic history. Exceptional mint state coins and significant error varieties have the strongest long-term potential. Collectors seeking investment opportunities should focus on certified high-grade examples, unusual errors, and coins with outstanding eye appeal rather than average circulated pieces. Fun facts. Many collectors are surprised to learn that the 1966 quarter contains no silver despite looking very similar to earlier silver quarters. The transition to clad coinage began only 1 year earlier in 1965. Another fascinating fact is that all quarters from 1965 through 1967 were produced without mint marks as part of a government effort to discourage coin collecting and hoarding. The 1966 quarter was struck during a period when Americans were witnessing major historical events, including the height of the space race and significant social changes throughout the United States. Because of its connection to the Coinage Act of 1965, the 1966 quarter serves as a tangible piece of one of the most important transitions in U.S. monetary history. YouTube ending. So is your 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark worth a fortune? In most cases, it will be a common coin worth face value or a small premium. But if you discover a high-grade uncirculated example or a genuine mint error, the value could be much higher than you expect. That's exactly why collectors continue searching through old collections, bank rolls, estate sales, and forgotten coin jars every day. Before you spend any old quarter, take a closer look. You never know what hidden treasure might be sitting right in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, valuable error coins, and fascinating numismatic history. And most importantly, start checking your coins today because the next great find could already be waiting for you.